Since the start of the pandemic, Test and Trace has done 900 million tests and contacted 2.5 million people. Impressive feats. But as a new report by MPs points out, not enough to stop lockdown, despite eye-watering costs.
You can't say that the failure to prevent lockdowns is down just to test and trace, but clearly there are many government decisions about lifting lockdowns, things like the Christmas mixing that was still allowed. So the government overall has to take full responsibility for the fact that it went into lockdowns late and it didn't deliver on those. And if it was relying only on test and trace to prevent those, that wasn't enough. But test and trace was clearly a part of that, and the justification for the billions of pounds spent on it was partly to avoid those future lockdowns.
Test and Trace was originally given £22 billion for this year. Then, in last week's budget, Rishi Sunak added another £15 billion, taking its total budget to £37 billion over 2 years, as some former senior civil servants say, is vast.
That's about the same amount of money that we spend on our entire public safety system. So that's the police, the criminal courts, the prisons. That's what you buy for £37 billion.
That money bought all those tests, but also consultants paid £1,000 a day, and a contact tracing app that's been used for more than 100 million check-ins. But, we revealed last week, only 287 venue alerts. The head of Test and Trace defended its work.
We do and have done more tests per 100,000 of the population than any other comparable country in Europe. Just yesterday, 1.5 million tests were conducted as our children go back to school. We should be proud of that. That's a success story.
School testing, the next frontier for Test and Trace in England. Let's hope it's effective enough to justify that budget. Roland Manthorpe, Sky News.